Felt so backwards, but it was pretty awesome. We had like this little thing. I don't know. We got any vets or active duty guys or girls in the room? Yeah, yeah. So they took us to this thing where we did the simulator screen. So for those of you who don't know, it's like a giant video game. It's like real people, and you shoot them. And there's like 4 guns. There's 4 lanes. And I got on the bus, so just because I love it. And they go through and they're like lane 1. They give you your results after the thing's done. And the guy was like, I was in lane 3. So lane 1, you had so-and-so percentage with 10 kills. Lane 2, you had so-and-so percentage with 15 kills. Lane 3, you had something with 93 kills. And I stood up, I was like, I told y'all I'm the best. And then the guy was like, son, hold on a minute. He said, you shot more ammo than we can carry in 3 air buses. You shot enough to melt the barrel 5 times. And out of those 93 kills, 87 of them were civilians. I don't see how y'all do it. I'm a Trump. Now look a second. Don't post that. Oh. You can't win them all. Yes, sir. I get you. What's that? Which one? The push-ups. I was doing well. The 22 kill thing? Yeah, man, that was actually pretty cool, and it got me back in shape, except for the first time I did it. Like, I did that thing, all right, so anybody that lifts weights in the room, you know if you get out of the gym for a minute, when it's time to go back in, it sucks. So I did that whole thing, and I just avoided it. I was like, I'm just not gonna go. So then I did the 22 kill challenge, and dude, I could not get out of the bed, I swear. Just because my boobs hurt. I thought I was pregnant. Me and my wife been having that conversation. I've been Googling all that shit. I had all the signs. Just to, enlightened sense of smell. My boobs hurt. I was moody as shit. I was angry. You pulled your boob muscle opening a can of mushroom. Hello. The funny part is this dude doesn't lie, so that actually happened. All right, yes ma'am. Biggest influence in country music. The influence question is probably the most frequently asked question in this business, and I've never been able to put my finger on it. Because everything I ever listened to is an influence in one way or another. It may have inspired me to never do anything like it. You know what I mean? But everything kind of had something to do with our sound and where we're at. What's really cool about this band though is, the band goes in the studio and plays several of the songs, and their influences come to the table. And we spend enough time around each other to where their influences are going to rub off on me eventually. So it's kind of a big, I almost said something bad, like a conglomerate. You know what I was thinking, right? All right, yes ma'am.
Where will you take your wife?
In 30 years of my anniversary, where will I take my wife? I hope I'm still alive. I don't plan that far ahead.
No, my client and I figured it out today. We came up with the question. So.
Okay. You got any ideas? Damn sure.
No.
Disney?
Where's your dream date? Come on.
Wash the Gators. That was the saddest shit in the world, man. But like, it is Florida, right? You know it's Florida. Don't go near the water.
Key West.
What?
Key West.
Key West. Florida. That was great. You did a good try.
I'm trying to help
you got your hand up for a minute. That was a long shot. She wants my hat. No, but thank you for asking. I'm impressed. That was gutsy. If I had my extra one with me, I'd give it to you. But I went straight from my anniversary trip. We went to Mexico, which was interesting. It's like I speak broken English, let alone Mexican or Spanish. I don't know what the hell. We got out on that deep sea fishing boat. And he's like, "Where you gonna go this thing?" You just say to me. I'm pretty sure he's making fun of me the whole time. They just laugh out of nowhere. And that's what sucks when you're a foreigner. Like, I get it. When they're over here and we're laughing and they don't understand what the hell's going on, that happened to me in Cancun. Man, beat the hell out of that thing in a minute. Go ahead, darling. When's my next album? There's a good question. I almost hit myself in the nuts with that. We are actually in the studio right now. Hopefully going for a fourth quarter release, which means before the next year, so before the new year. We're gonna shoot for around Veterans Day. We're gonna shoot for. Y'all don't quote me on that shit and then come up on Facebook like, he lied. I lied a lot. Yes, ma'am.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
My favorite childhood memory? I don't have many. I think I drank most of them away. Damn, that's a hard one. I will say something funny that happened to my dad. We were laughing about it the other night. I guess it's childhood. I was kind of middle schoolish, and I was talking to this girl. You know, like, fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ever talked to a girl that was older than you when you were young, it was kind of cool, right? So this girl had a crush on her forever. And finally she told me, she was like, all right, when you get in middle school, we'll talk on the phone. I was like, fuck with me now. All right, on a serious note though, she came by my house and she was driving and stuff. So I was the coolest dude in the world, right? And I'm telling this girl bye. And all of a sudden my dad, man, okay, so backstory. My mom's dad in Indiana had this, he was a Harley rider, but he got to where he couldn't lift his leg up to get on it, so he bought a scooter. Don't say a word. So, he bought a scooter, and it was like booger greenish brown, the ugliest damn thing you've ever seen in your life. And my dad started riding the sumbitch around town. And people would come to school like, man, I saw your dad this morning, dog. Because it was messed up. Like, he wouldn't wear a full face helmet where nobody could tell who he was. He wore like a skull bucket, like a Harley helmet, with Ray-Bans and a leather jacket and shit. And they'd come to school, and I'd be like, man, I'm gonna beat somebody up. Next thing I say about my dad. But anyway, this girl's in my driveway, so that was your backstory. And I'm getting ready to tell her bye. She's got one of her friends with her, and all of a sudden, about 50 yards up on the hill, we had this shop. And I heard that so much crank up. And I swear to God, y'all, when he came out of the entrance of that damn shop, he was already in third gear. And he had his helmet on, and what he was gonna do was try to, like, slide up to us, you know, and show off. I'm gonna do an impersonation for you. That helmet, he was coming across, yeah, my dad, if you ever call my dad, all you hear on the phone is, aye, I tell you, man, aye. So he's coming across the yard on this scooter, a million miles an hour, just. And right when he gets up to us, this son of a bitch he landed throat first on the ground. He grabbed the front brake instead of the back one. That's a childhood memory for you. I wanted to crawl a hole and die. I swear, and nobody knew what to say. He couldn't breathe, he was all passed out. I was like, Dad, you alright, man? Yes, ma'am. Look, these memory questions, man. I just explained to you that I am friends with Willie Nelson. I have a very limited memory. Country Thunder. There's been some good stuff happening that way. I love summertime. I'll just say that. Country Thunder. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of something that happened. Okay, let me explain something to you. When it's summertime, all these shows kind of mold together. And if it happened before 4 or 5 years ago, I don't know what the hell happened. I was just as much there as he was. You got it. Country Thunder's a good show though, man. We've had a lot of fun with that one. It's great. I'm married now, so I can't tell a lot of the good stories from back in the day, you know. It's bad. I get my ass beat. My wife's the one person I know that I'm scared of. Because she's got access to me while I sleep. You can be a badass all you want. Everybody's got to sleep. An unsuspected knife in the judgment. Wake up bleeding. What the hell?
I heard what you said in Chicago.
Go ahead, my friend. What kind of boat do I shoot and what do I drive? I drive a Harley if I can help it. Oh, how much poundage do I draw? As heavy as I can get to some bits. But I shoot a Matthews. I hunt with a Matthews, but I do shoot a Bowtech as well. And there's a guy from PSC that's been hanging around. He's supposed to give me one this year, so I'll shoot it too. I'll shoot whatever's free. What's that? Okay. Yeah. We got hunters in the house? Yeah. Anybody got the fever yet? Y'all checking trail cameras and shit? They're starting to get big. I had one of my deer die this morning. I got a deer farm in Alabama. It's kind of sad. Kinda.
I got 10 acres you can hunt on.
You got 10 acres we hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta tell you a pretty funny hunting story, right? So, we're doing this meet and greet one time, and one of the guys, a buddy of mine that hunts on TV, they had this long meet and greet line, right? And these people are coming through, and you always got this one asshole that stands on the side of the stage. What's that? Oh, I appreciate. I don't drink. You thirsty? Anybody 21? How? Yeah. Thank you though. Appreciate it. Whoever bought them. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So there's this long meet and greet line, and there's always